Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of The Strangers, Pray at Night. This is a sequel to, of course, The Strangers, the movie that came out a few years ago with Scott Speedman and Liv Tyler. That movie I enjoyed a lot. Of course, that was about this couple that they were having issues and they went to this remote cabin and then basically were being hunted by these three characters, mysterious characters with masks on, Dollface, Pinup Girl, and the Man in the Mask. And what I liked about that movie a lot was that the way the characters with these characters that were stalking this couple were just popping in and around random places, and it was so absolutely terrifying, and you felt the fear. It was a really good job of setting up the atmosphere and stuff for that movie, and it really, to me, was one of the better horror movies, The Stranger, because it was something that could possibly happen in real life too. That's another thing that kind of makes a good horror movie. That's something that could possibly happen in real life, and the way it plays out, and that makes it extra scary. Okay, so I was looking forward to seeing this movie because this is a sequel to that movie, and this one is about a family, actually, kind of dysfunctional family in a way, I guess. Uh, the parents, you have Christina Hendricks and Martin Henderson, they play the parents in this. And you have Bailey Madison, she plays Kenzie, she's the daughter. And you have Lewis Pullman, he plays Luke, the older son. Now, Bailey Madison, he played Kenzie, she's the daughter her character is kind of got into trouble. You can guess from what's the conversation that she's gotten into trouble, and the parents are sending her away to a boarding school, okay, in hopes of straightening her out, okay. So, but she's all mad about that and stuff, and the parents are trying to get through with her, and they decide to go as a family to spend this night with the relatives at this mobile home park, okay. And of course, then they run into these a nice deserted area. They run into these, the three characters from the first movie. And like I said, I was looking forward to this movie a lot, but unfortunately, this movie is not as good as the first movie. Um, like I said, the first movie did a good job of setting up the atmosphere and having the characters randomly pop up in weird places and stuff, and just you felt that they were everywhere. And this one, you don't get that sense of feeling. I don't know. I think there's a lot of horror cliches in this movie. Girls falling down, not being barely able to run, and stuff, and people doing stupid stuff. A lot of horror cliches in this movie, which really takes away from enjoyment of this movie. And in this movie, I don't think the killers were as inventive as they were in the original Strangers movie. Okay, in this movie, without spoiling, I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but the killers are not as inventive, I guess, in this one as they were in the other one. And I don't know if the other one, I think maybe the other one was a little bit longer than this one. This one's only about uh, 90, no, about 85 minutes. I think I think this is about 85 minutes. Let me just double check that. I think this one's about 85 minutes. So things kind of have to, I guess, speed up, I guess, in a way. Where the first movie, it kind of, it took its time and it played it out and it made it more intense. But this one, I guess, they have to get things going, moving because they only have a little bit of time, and so, the characters are not as inventive as they were. The killers, it wasn't as inventive as they were in the first movie, which kind of disappoints me. And the characters are not, the victims in this case are not as likable, I guess. Uh, like I said, Liv Tyler and Scott Speedman, their characters were having issues. You could tell they were having issues as a couple. And this family, they're having issues with the younger daughter, and the younger daughter comes off basically as a brat. So you really, she doesn't come off as sympathetic to me. She comes off especially whiny to me in this movie, and which is a shame because Bailey Madison is a good actress. She's been acting since she was young, and she's been in a lot of things, Bailey Madison, and she's a really good actress. But her character is just poorly written. She's written as a brat, and she's annoying, and you really don't care about her character, to be honest. Okay, and the older brother is okay. He's a decent enough actor. The parents are decent. Like I said, they play like Christian Hendricks and Mark Henderson, and they're decent. Okay, but again, the youngest daughter is she's supposed to be a teenager. She's supposed to be difficult, and she's supposed to be mad at her parents because she's being set away. But she just comes off as extremely bratty and not likable. Okay, which is a shame. Which is, I think, part of the problem because you want to care about these characters and what's happening to them, and that kind of just takes away from you caring about them. If the characters come off as obnoxious, and when I mean, so you don't really care when these killers start attacking them. But anyway, again, this movie is not as good as the original. The original one was really good. I really liked that one a lot, and I love the way it ended. But this one, not so much. And I'm gonna have to give Strangers Pray at Night. I'm gonna give it a 6, and that's mainly because the parents' characters are decent actors. And even Bailey Madison, as annoying as her character is, she's a decent actress, and she does what she has to do with the character. And the killers in this movie are not as inventive as like they were in the original, so that kind of takes away. So I'm just going to give it a 6. Okay, you can wait. You don't have to go rush out and see this. Wait till it comes on video or on demand if you want to watch it. It's not as good as the original, and that's a shame because I love the first one. The first one was just great, and it's just intense. Anyway, let me know what you think of Strangers Pray at Night. What do you think of it? If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram in the description box, as well as my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.